Hello, Aquarius. I warmly welcome you to SHARO'N's Tarot. I'm really happy to have you here sharing this moment with me. Thank you for your energy, your trust, and for being part of this space. Remember that you are the one who creates your path. You have the power to build the future you desire. Take only what resonates with you in this reading, and simply let the rest flow without forcing it. This is a general reading, so you can watch it whenever you feel guided to. If you wish, you can also complement it with your rising sign or your moon sign for a more complete guidance. Now we are going to connect with the energy of the moment and receive the messages that your guides, your intuition, or your ancestors want to share with you, according to what you are going through, thinking, or feeling right now. There is a lot of energy in your cards that speaks of fresh starts, new beginnings, a new way of doing things, and even taking advantage of what is currently unfolding. I see that you are perceiving your present situation as a moment of openness. The pain, in one way or another, from previous days or the difficulties you went through, feels as if you have decided to leave that cycle behind. Or at least it is no longer preventing you from seeing the good things in life right now. You are also acknowledging the complicated experiences you went through. What is interesting about your reading is that it carries a very fresh atmosphere. I feel that you are making very good use of what you have, and that is going to allow you to attract even more. The Ace of Pentacles is a card that shows material abundance. In other words, this card indicates that with what you are doing and the new attitude you are adopting, you are also opening more financial doors. In fact, I see that more money is going to come to you than you are currently imagining, and you will know how to use it wisely for things that bring you excitement or that feel like a relief or something positive in your current situation. The Page of Cups also shows that you are going to receive messages that align with this new stage, and that will make your heart feel at ease, more optimistic, calmer, and more peaceful. There is only one thing that you already know you still need to resolve, a situation that still needs to be faced, and you are already visualizing it for the future in one way or another. Aquarius, you have a Five of Wands here. You are aware that there is something that still needs to be fixed, right? Or you know that in the coming days, 2-3 days ahead, there is an issue that feels like a barrier that you will need to overcome. Or there is something you recognize as a challenge. In some cases, that challenge is individual, something you need to resolve on your own. In other cases, it involves another person. The interesting thing is that the cards present this as something you are going to face in a calm and effective way. It is very possible that what you are going through now is preparing you to overcome that adversity later. The cards are clear that just because something looks challenging in the near future, it does not mean you will get stuck or be unable to overcome it. You will be able to handle it and move past it. The Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords appear as a consequence of this situation. I see that regarding this challenge, you will be able to express yourself clearly and say things exactly as you feel them, because you have the Queen of Swords energy. You are going to experience a moment connected to this situation where you will express your point of view. It is important that you start saying no now to anything you already feel could become a challenge in the next 3 or 4 days. The Knight of Pentacles shows that, in relation to these situations, the outcome or what you will gain from this process is quite stable. You have a fighting spirit, meaning you carry this inner determination to pursue your goals, even when you know they are not easy. That is why you also have the Queen of Swords here representing you strongly, indicating triumph even in the middle of challenging circumstances. Do not worry about things that feel like they might become complicated. The cards show that you will simply and calmly be able to remove these obstacles from your path. I do see that as a result of everything you are going through, you will eventually gain more financial resources, and nothing will be able to truly bring you down, especially if you stay calm, grounded, and organize your thoughts well. The important thing is that you clearly know what you want, Aquarius, and that you connect with gratitude, peace, and inner calm. In this way, you will be able to clear away anything difficult you may be facing or anything you fear could arise. Later on, I see you putting in order some matters that still need attention. And of course, the Queen of Swords also shows that you will be able to focus more on yourself and your life purpose. I feel that this is what you are truly seeking. You no longer want to give your time or attention to things that feel unnecessary or draining. Everything you have been experiencing is strengthening you. At the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess. Yes, completely. The High Priestess is deeply introspective. It reveals that you are focusing more on yourself, your interests, your inner world, your spirituality, your visions, and your dreams. Your dreams are going to manifest, but they need structure, and for that you also need to face what must be faced. Still, they will come true. Do not stop dreaming. I feel that at some point you may have been losing motivation or stopping yourself from dreaming about something that truly excites you. There are many ways for your dreams to come true, Aquarius. Do not think there is only one single path for things to work out. The cards show that you are regaining strength, courage, and vision, and what you truly want, the universe is going to bring it to you. Your reading has something magical about it, and the High Priestess on your side is a very powerful card because it represents spiritual connection. Whether you pray or not, you are still in communion with something greater. You are connected to a higher force, and your guides, God, or the universe know what you need and will deliver it. Do not believe that just because something is not unfolding exactly as you expected, it is not meant for you. I see that you will also be able to bring closure to some matters that still need to be addressed with other people. But as I was telling you, in the end this is going to be beneficial for you because it will free up your time so you can do other things. Or it will even generate resources for you. Everything related to work, studies, money, paid activities. This is where I see you achieving stability or an important turning point. It's as if you were saying, "All right, this is done, I achieved it, I got it." Let's see what else appears here. Aquarius, I repeat it again, I do see extra money, sudden money, money that arrives in a special way, because you have the Ace of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles appears as well. So I do see higher income than what you may currently be able to generate on your own. You have the Four of Cups. Let's see. The Three of Cups. You are going to enjoy yourself much more than you think in the very near future. There is a theme here. I perceive that you are going through a kind of emotional stagnation, a bit of apathy, a bit of boredom, but still you have a Three of Cups connected to this. What is currently boring you is completely temporary, meaning it is just a phase you are going through and processing. I also understand that something that happened in recent days has left you feeling a bit like this, but the cards show celebration, gatherings, and joy almost immediately regarding the same situation. What happened? What took place that made you feel this way? Because what I see is that, in one way or another, in the coming days you are going to be celebrating precisely about this same matter, so don't get discouraged so quickly. In other words, there are things that I feel you may be interpreting as if they can no longer be done, or as if they are already closed. The Four of Cups also reveals that you are rejecting quite firmly something that can still be worked on. There are many ways for your desires to come true, Aquarius. Do not say no yet, 100%, to something that deep down you actually want. I need to make that clear, I don't want to confuse you. You will be able to say no and put things in order regarding certain matters that, after properly analyzing and verifying them, you see are not convenient. But on the other hand, there are things you do want and you know deep inside that you can achieve them, even if by different means, and you should not give those up. That is what is happening. It is a somewhat difficult situation to understand. Even for me it is a bit abstract in your cards, because it feels like you are going through many things at once. I understand you perfectly, because you are living a kind of 50-50 situation. On one hand, matters that need to be closed, responsibilities, money, home. And on the other hand, emotional issues that perhaps, due to maturity or exhaustion, you feel you need to let go of. But the cards are telling you that there are still dreams worth fighting for. Finish defining what is urgent, practical, what cannot wait, and then you will free up your time and mind, and you will realize that everything you truly desire, even if you are not fully clear about it yet, will start unfolding step by step, Aquarius. What is happening is that you are taking on too much. And as I was saying, as soon as you manage to get out of certain urgent obligations, everything you have not been able to deal with emotionally in recent days will finally be fully addressed. You have the Sun. You are going to be happy. This card confirms happiness, mental clarity, and emotional clarity. This state of boredom or emotional stagnation is not permanent. Sometimes people simply go through phases like this. You cannot always be in constant happiness. I see clarity in your mind and your heart. Take everything calmly. In the end, you are going to celebrate all of this, Aquarius. Even if there is something emerging right now that makes you feel excited, give it depth. You are also going to reorganize your plans based on what is currently unfolding, because it can lead you to a better life. There will be a lot of clarity for you. And the sun confirms that you already know many truths that you now need to address. So this card is telling you, move forward. The sun also shows that yes, you are going to have victory even in the face of challenges. It is a very positive reading. There is a person who cares about you a lot, who appreciates you deeply and is supporting you. This person appears strongly in your cards. Take it if it resonates, but it could be a family member, a friend, or someone close to you. This is a good person, someone who will likely be part of your immediate future, who will be there to help you sort out certain things or even help you make decisions, like saying no to something you don't want. I feel this person is very honest, with transparent feelings. What you perceive as something good about them truly is. This is not someone who will let you down. If you are currently supported by someone you care about, that person will continue by your side, bringing calm, support, and solutions in this stage. It also looks like things will go well for them alongside you, as if they are a key piece in this whole process. If you cannot clearly identify this person, it is very possible that they will appear in the coming days to help you with something you need. Let's see what else comes out for Aquarius. Aquarius, the Fool, Four of Swords, Death. I want to see what these cards refer to better understand who or what this is about. Temperance appears, the Two of Pentacles, and the Judgment. In your cards, there is an ending. I see here that something is coming to a close. Aquarius, if this already resonates with you, if you have already made the decision to completely close certain matters, here I also see the other side. A person who has taken the situation calmly, without insisting too much. If you are ending a deal, an agreement, or a responsibility, this person is not going to try to convince you or pressure you. It is someone who has understood the situation. I clearly see that something is being definitively closed here. No going back. You have the Judgment, Death, and the Four of Swords. Above all, I see that you decided to end this situation because it felt too improvised or even somewhat risky. And although Aquarius is a sign that usually handles risk well, there is a difference between something being risky and something being dangerous. You did well in ending this matter, because it truly was like that. And because of this, life is going to open much better scenarios for you as a result. This is the positive counterpart of that decision. In the case that right now you are considering closing, as I mentioned before, some challenge or some situation that you don't like, I understand that here it appears as the opposite side or the context of the situation, but I don't see anything negative coming out of this. In other words, I do not perceive that this situation is going to reactivate again, and that you will have to once more deal with it or insist for it to finally end. The cards show me that once you close this matter, it is as if it is completely sealed, fully finished. After that, if what happened is that you stop doing something with someone, now moving into a more emotional level, Aquarius, like you decided to stop talking to a person, a friend, or something emotionally strong happened where you made the decision not to continue sharing or socializing with someone. Here appears the other side of the story. It is a person who I see as evolving, taking things calmly, with the Temperance card. What this person is trying to do right now is maintain their emotional balance and bring order to their inner world. I do not feel that this is someone who holds resentment toward you or anything like that. In fact, I would even dare to say there is a bit of nostalgia if you truly decided to distance yourself from someone. For example, if you were seeing someone or if weeks or months ago you decided that each of you would go your separate ways. It is a person who feels a strong affection for you, meaning they respect your decision, but they still hold some nostalgia. If at any point you consider talking to this person again, it is something that could happen, but only if you want it. For now, it is someone who does not hold any resentment toward you at all. On the contrary, the cards show quite strong affection, a significant emotional bond. You have the Strength card in relation to what this person still feels for you. So take it however it resonates with you, but there is someone here with whom you stop talking. And this person is simply respecting your decision, allowing you to be at peace, calm, or at ease. This is someone with quite a mature energy, because normally there are people who insist too much or who stay with resentment, but this person is not like that. This is someone who appreciates you, values you, but is giving space to the process. If you are considering reconnecting with someone, especially a friend or someone you used to see, the cards show that this could be reactivated, but only if you take the initiative. If you decide to reach out to this person, that could happen. However, I do not perceive that you are going to do so right now. In other words, the door is not completely closed, but it depends entirely on your initiative. If you do not decide to reopen that chapter, the situation will simply remain paused, still. But the emotions of this person toward you remain intense. That is why the Strength card appears. Even without communication, I feel an energy of gratitude toward you. It is someone who, even in distance or detachment, does not hold resentment, but rather appreciation and affection. This comes as a confirmation for you, an answer to a question you may have had, especially if you wanted to know what someone you are no longer speaking to felt or how they saw you. And that is how this person remembers you or what they feel for you. Let's see, I am going to draw 2 or 3 more cards to complement this. Aquarius, 4 of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. As I was telling you, this applies to whoever it makes sense for. It could be a family member, someone close, or even an ex-partner or someone you had a relationship with. With these cards, I see a very self-assured person. This is someone who is going to accompany you in the future. I feel it could be the same person appearing here. If you are currently in a relationship, the cards show that together you will overcome any kind of difficulty. This is a brave person with a very strong energy. The 4 of Wands together with the Chariot shows determination. The Knight of Wands reinforces that energy of drive, action, and decision. It is like an emperor-type figure, regardless of gender, someone who knows what they want. And together with you, this person wants things to move forward, to progress, to enjoy life, to keep going, and not to stay stuck. There are people like this who, when you feel confused, push you forward. This person has a lot of that initiative, direction, and desire for progress. They want things to flow, to turn the page, to do new things. So if you have a partner and this resonates with them, that is how the dynamic will be. And if you are single, there are 2 possibilities. The first is that the person who is currently supporting you has this energy of drive, wanting to do things with you, have fun and support you, and you will also achieve success alongside this person. The second possibility is that I see a new person interested in you, someone who is going to appear very soon. This is someone who will seem very confident, charismatic, independent, and self-directed. It could be someone with their own business or an interesting profession, someone who knows exactly what they want. And this person will come into your life if right now you are wondering about future love. Aquarius, your reading is very positive. I see that you will be able to let go of many things and, of course, you are learning to choose your battles more wisely. You understand that your dreams require effort, but you will handle them very well. You have here the signs Cancer, Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Pisces repeated several times. These signs can help you identify people through their sun or rising sign. Thank you, Aquarius, for sharing this reading with me here at SHARO'N's Tarot. I hope these messages brought you clarity, guidance, or simply a little light to your path. Remember to keep only what resonates with you and release the rest with love. Trust your intuition, because it is always guiding you to where you need to be. If you enjoyed this reading, you can subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell to keep receiving more messages from the universe. I send you lots of beautiful energy, protection, and abundance. See you in the next video. And remember, nothing is a coincidence. Everything arrives at the perfect time.